600 experts on caribou, muskoxen, Dall sheep, moose, and reindeer are gathering for the 2023 North American Caribou Workshop and Arctic Ungulate Conference. These individuals, as a group, are hoping to share their knowledge and, they say, create positive change for Arctic hoofed mammal populations in Alaska. People who know and care about Arctic ungulates descended upon the Captain Cook Hotel in Anchorage for a week of events centered on the theme of crossing boundaries.
It really is intended to represent the fact that not only do these ungulates cross landscape boundaries and national, international boundaries, but also that the knowledge about them and the things that we need to know to be able to protect them and conserve them into the future is going to span the boundaries of Western knowledge and of indigenous knowledge.
Having all these people in the same room, being able to share the same information and learn about new information for the animals that are in our backyards here in Alaska is super exciting.
The sharing of knowledge comes with the hope to in turn support healthy populations.
What we're seeing now in several places is that many herds are on the downward slide and they've gotten much smaller.
One point of concern is that populations may not be able to rebound like they have in the past.
The fear is that some of these herds won't bounce back because there's been so many changes since the last cycle in the last 30, 50 years. There's climate change, changing their habitat, increasing temperature. We have a lot more icing events. We also have a lot more development. Industrial development in the north across the entire Arctic.
Tracking impacts to the populations of these animals is significant in part because Alaskan Native communities rely so heavily on them for subsistence.
Caribou are such a critical species across the north. They're the #1 terrestrial subsistence resource, so people are out there in villages. This is their food source. They can't go to grocery stores like people down in the cities can.
The idea behind having these conversations, coming up with solutions to some of the challenging problems so many of these animals and in turn Alaskans are facing, with their ultimate goal being identifying ways to sustain these Arctic populations. The conference began Monday, but main events will begin on Tuesday with the schedule going through Friday. There will be a variety of discussions, workshops, and even field trips throughout the week all about this Arctic resource. Lexi Alberton, Alaska's news source.